on, Lenny. Get that, Jared, get that wheel. Get the wheel.
Go, go, go!
Hey everyone, welcome back to another race breakdown. Today we are recapping the Wake Forest / Velocious. This is a Collegiate A and a Cat 123 combined field. We're in the first lap right now, finishing up the first lap, and you'll see a group off the front already, 3 riders up the road right there. The main hitters are going to be UNC, which are the Tar Heels, and then Team Velocious / Team Winston-Salem. And this thing's already starting off hot. We're towards the front of the race right now. Got a pretty large group with us since they combined races, and I'm trying to give myself the best advantage right here by being towards the front. I know a move's going to go early. They've already got a gap on us, and with UNC and Velocious, Winston-Salem having such a big team presence, I want to say like both teams brought either like 6 guys or like 8 guys. It was so there's just 2 huge teams that everyone else is having to race against. We know that they're gonna, once the move goes with them in it, you know, it's gonna stick. And as soon as the momentum speeds up, Matthew Crabb counters us, and I'm like, I've got to just kind of keep trying, stay on this wheel. I don't, you know, you never know when a Velocious or a Team Winston-Salem rider is going to get behind you and kind of just set up and let a gap open up. So you really got to, you know, early on take any attack and advantage you can to try and get up the road. So snap the legs really quick, get back up onto this Roanoke rider's wheel, and Matthew Crabb up at the front, Hot Tubes development rider. We are giving it the beans. My heart rate is already spiked to 180. 180 I found right now, 180 to 185 is like the magic number for me where I'm bleeding out of my eyes. It used to be a lot higher than that. I think just doing a little bit more base training in the winter just kind of helped me bring that down a little bit. But either way, when I get to 180, I'm fried. So flick Lenny through right here with Super Squadra. He comes through. So is the Team Winston-Salem guy. And I'm thinking like, all right, we have a pretty good gap. The field is super strung out. And I'm hoping like something goes. But unfortunately, we let one Velocious rider or Team Winston-Salem rider go up the road. I believe it was Will Harden that ended up, he's going to bridge up to that main group and is going to end up turning it into a 4-rider move. You'll see it right here as they take the corner. And check the rear cam. It's still strung out, man. It's still going pretty fast. This is a super fast course. I know you guys, if you guys watched the previous videos, you know, Herbalife and all the Winston-Salem courses are just really high speed courses. So if you're a breakaway artist, a threshold rider, you know, this is a great course for you. If you're a more sprinty boy, it can be kind of a hard time, and that's kind of the category I fall into the majority of the time. Is if it's fast, high speed, I just tend not to do very well. So we jumped ahead about 11-12 minutes in, and we've just been chasing the whole time. So it's been super fast. There hasn't been many instances where we've slowed down and really just dropped anchor, other than like right now. To this point, and unfortunately I just did not have the gas to kind of counter as much as I would like to. That was a perfect opportunity to try and counter the group and get more separation as well, but it was just so fast for the first 10 to 12 minutes. All right, skipping ahead, Lenny Super Squadras up the road right here. I find my way towards the front, kind of just stomp on the pedals just for a second as we go up this uphill drag, and I flick Matthew Crabb through, Team Winston-Salem rolls through, Total Rider rolls through. They keep the pace high. Right now, again, recap, 4 riders up the road. I believe there's another small little group of 1 or 2 that made it up the road in the first 24 minutes. But people are itching to kind of keep this thing fast, countering each other. And this is the start of a series of counters and chase efforts to try and get up the road. Lenny kind of started it right here, and we'll over the next few minutes we'll be super fast, surgy, slow down, drop anchor, the whole gauntlet of emotions as we come through for 24 minutes in. I do have a teammate in this, teammate Nick. He's coming back from a injury, so he's out here kind of just like trying to get fitness and see how his legs feel. So I'm really just riding solo, kind of just like trying to, do some frenemies with like Super Squadra, Total, whoever's like willing to play ball, Matthew Crab, to kind of get up the road. So kind of anytime that they go, we're trying to see if like we can counter each other or whatever. But if you can't tell, like there's Team Winston-Salem and UNC guys all throughout this group. Here we got Matthew Crab doing a counter, starting to chase effort right here on the left. Lenny's going to go after that. And then sure enough, boom, UNC rider, Team Winston-Salem rider are right on their wheel. And so I'm just going to slot in. Let the Total rider and this guy in the blue kind of ramp it up to speed and fill in and slot in as I can. And in the rear footage, it's getting strung out. It's getting fast. We're up to 37 miles an hour as we come through the downhill, through the kiosk section of the course. And if you haven't looked up at the track map already, I have some wind markers for you. We currently have a crosswind right here as we take this right-hander. It turns into a tailwind, and we would be smoking through this section of the course. Really, really fun. But what's tough is it's so wide that everyone can kind of take their own line. You can see like we're all like staggered coming through this corner, and sometimes it can get a little hairy. 1, 2, 3s, it's way smoother than other lower categories, but it's just wild. And because of that, people can counter. Look on the right, we have a counter from a Maryland rider, and then look on the left, boom, 2 Team Winston-Salem guys. Like, look at this picture. There are people all over the course right here because it's so wide. Man, it's just like a scramble right now. So a little bit of momentum going. I am just going to slot in right here. Going to follow wheels. It's still early in the race where I know people still have gas and have a couple matches to burn to stitch this thing up. So it's really not my job to kind of be on the front, doing all the watts, even though right now 600, 400, 500 just to catch a wheel, it's fast. That little riser coming up the hills, it will hurt you, and then you immediately do the chicane and then come through the start-finish line where you have this headwind, and it can just fry your legs if you're not careful. We get another little slow up right here. Lenny's going to go with Super Squadra, and the UNC riders kind of look around and let it happen. Got a little bit of separation now. So in front of Lenny, there's like 3 or 4 riders that are trying to get away, and I just kind of used what momentum I had. It wasn't a lot because I was trying to fight through that UNC traffic. But now, boom, we've got 4 guys in a little chase group. Team Winston-Salem, UNC rider, I believe a Maryland rider, and another guy. So I'm going to try and jump on Lenny's wheel right here. But I'm having to do a big effort just to close it on this downhill section. Like, we even have a tailwind on this section just to ramp up the speed. But unfortunately, like, me and Lenny were a little bit slow on getting onto this move, fighting through some traffic, just the shuffling of the deck, the washing machine effect of the group, doesn't always play out in your favor every single time. But Lenny's rolling some steam coming down this downhill, 34, 35 miles an hour as we come through the kiosk section. He's going to flick me through, but I'm already at 180 BPM. I'm feeling it right now. I know we need to do our best and damnedest to try and get up to this group. So I take the shortest line possible through this open section of the course, take this double left-hander, coast just for a second and get back on the pedals immediately, pedal through this section right here, and then try and just get in their slipstream. And it's just unfortunate, like, I'm kind of cooked right here. I flicked Lenny through, trying to do 400, 350, well over FTP to try and stitch this thing up. Look at the rear. We have a pretty big gap right here, but unfortunately, talking to Lenny after the race, during that section right there, we kind of both realized like we just did not have the steam to stitch that thing up, and you really need a couple more guys with you. It's pretty torturous trying to stitch that thing up all by yourself or just with 2 guys. Unfortunately, those guys end up going up the road, so now we have it's going to get a little confusing. A lead group of like 3 or 4 and a chase group of 4. But now we're jumping ahead 44 minutes in. So we've been kind of chilling. Like, there was a couple hot sections, and now we've just been chilling for the last 15 minutes. And if you look in the rear cam, these UNC riders are like chilling, and they're waiting for their teammate Owen. Owen is super strong, probably, in my opinion, one of the top 5 strongest guys in the Carolinas right now. Correct me in the comments if you think I'm wrong, or give me your top 5 strongest guys in the Carolinas. So he's going to come rolling steam on this downhill right here. And it's going to get a little hairy as we come through the kiosk. They timed it incorrectly coming through this, and it gets a little tight right here on the right. That's what happens when you just have a huge momentum difference coming through a section, and you have a motivated rider just like trying to lap up as quickly as possible. So sometime in the last 45 minutes, Owen has dropped Will, and I forget who else was in the break with him. And Owen has bridged up and lapped up solo. So now he's trying to attack straight through the group and does not want to bring anybody with him. I recognize this. I'm all the way in the back of the group, and so I have to do a little bit of effort on this headwind section to get up towards the front. His teammates are also fighting for his wheel as well, which was a little confusing to me. It's like they almost wanted to like jump on his wheel and like get Owen to like take them away from the group. In my opinion, dude, if you have your teammates lapping up and he's strong enough to ride through, dude, you guys should just be blocking and setting false tempo and stuff and like letting him get away by himself.
Good, let us go.
And so I tell the UNC guy, I was like, let us go up the road and help Owen, and we'll start another little chase group, and he can be lapped up. And unfortunately, this Roanoke rider just pulls the pin. He's like, I'm not feeling it, because we're smoking on this downhill right now. Alarm bells are going off. My heart rate is almost at 185. I've got some Team Winston-Salem guys coming up the rear, and this is another opportunity for me to improve my finishing position. I flick David through for Team Winston-Salem. Who else is coming through? We got Lenny, Matthew Crabb, and this is a great just like secondary break that's about to form. I am cooked right now, though. I am doing everything I can to kind of catch a wheel right here. Slowly catch Matthew Crabb's wheel and just watch what happens. Owen is on the front for UNC and just ramps it up. I'm doing 450, 470, just constant effort right here. 28, 27 miles an hour on this headwind section, and they just ride away from me right here. I am so cracked right now. And then the attack on top of that. So there was just no chance that I was going to be able to hang on to this move. A lot of strong guys right here in this group, and obviously Owen is just blitzing his way through and shredding this Collegiate A and P123 field. I get reabsorbed back in the what's left of the small main peloton, and we have the same thing that's about to happen for Team Winston-Salem. So Will and another of his teammates have just lapped up with the main group, and you can see them rolling through in the rear camera. 1, 2, 3 of them. And look how many orange jerseys there are in this group. There's like 8 or 9. And this is where I had a little lapse of judgment because I was still trying to collect myself from that crazy dumb effort I had to do to try to stay on. They immediately all go straight to the front, and they're going to try and bring Owen's group back. All right, jumping ahead 51 minutes in. So you can see them up there on the left, like all orange jerseys right in a row. And I totally misjudged this. Caught myself on the back, trying to rest just a little bit. And now I'm tail gunning. It is going to get super fast for the last 10 minutes of this race, and I realize like I'm in the worst position possible. And you're about to see a team of like 8 or 9 teammates about to shred the back half of this field. Roanoke guy, boom, done, 1 down. I should put a counter up or something like that. So 1 guy. I'm hopping on this Red Star rider's wheel. Super strong guy. Then we got 2 UNC guys in front of him. The first UNC rider, he's going to start looking over his shoulder right now. Boom. And he's like, nah, dog, I'm done. So second guy ripped and shredded from this massive lead out, high-speed train of Team Winston-Salem. We're smoking through this corner right here. I'm trying to figure out like which direction do I need to go. Look, we have a gap already. Another UNC rider up here on the left. Boom. Smoked. Done. Team Velocious is doing everything they can to hawk down Owen and that front chase group. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you right now, it was not enough. There was just too many strong guys in that group up the road with Owen for them to do anything. If he was up there with just 1 or 2, maybe he could have. Maybe these guys could have pulled it back and it would have worked. But just it was insane. So we're gonna ride along for a little bit longer, guys, as we shred some people. Guy in the blue right here, done. Roanoke rider, done. Velocious rider, done. Got a gap now. Worst spot to get a gap as soon as we come around this headwind. Hop on the Red Star guy's wheel, just doing what I can now to try and like save my salvage. Just saying, Skyway guy, toast. And I'm gonna he's gonna flick me through right here, Red Star guy, and I feel so bad for the guy. I was like, dude, I cannot do anything right now. I am so cracked. I just try and keep my best momentum. Try and dodge this Roanoke rider. Another guy, boom, off the back, done. And now we just have an enormous gap, guys. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna reel that back in. My race is toast. I'm gonna be back in this small peloton for the rest of the race. Wanted to show this. This was an issue all race right here. Watch this cone that's about to get ejected straight towards me. 3, 2, 1. Ah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah,
Move
super.
left. Goddamn.
Just not cool. I hate cones in general at crit races like this. We have to have cones to like dodge some of these like shipping containers and stuff like that. I just don't understand why are we hugging the right side of the course with cones and stuff, or like cone the whole thing. So I talked to the race promoter afterwards, like, please just cone the whole thing, please. That happened. I only showed you one instance, but that happened probably 3 or 4 times in this final race of the day. All right, skipping ahead. This is the last lap, guys. We're an hour in. I'm racing for like 20th or something. It doesn't even matter. But hey, trying to get a good workout in for these and just see what sprint I can do at the end of a long, hard effort of a day. Got a Skyway guy in front of me, another guy in the blue. This corner right here is super fun when you're coming for the final sprint. I like to come out wide and like do a late exit and just stand up. Oh my gosh, can barely do 600, 500 watts for the end. Really hard race. Really, really hard race. Really fun though. Very dynamic. A lot of stuff going on. Team tactics are tough when you are a rider by yourself and you're going against 2 teams that are so large with UNC and Team Winston-Salem. So I urge you, get some homies together, get the same kit, go out and race together. Racing with teammates is super fun. But other than that, guys, appreciate y'all watching. Some new stuff's coming away. We got USA Crits and Speed Week is coming up, so we'll have some footage for that. Appreciate y'all watching. If you like the stuff, hit the like and subscribe. We're just definitely trying to get racing more promoted here in the Southeast, so appreciate y'all watching.